It is fantastic to be back on this stage, and many of you have come up to me and told me that you really enjoyed last time I spoke here, and you said, last time you did a demo, are you going to do another demo, or are you going to find a way to top that? And I absolutely am looking for a way to top this talk that I did last time. So I think the way to do that is I need a volunteer from the audience, because we're going to be doing the reverse magic trick. And I have two requirements for my volunteer. Number one, I have to be able to pronounce your name. And two, you better not be a Flutter developer. So if you'd like to volunteer, please raise your hand. Yes, you, sir, right there in the front. Come on up. Oh, you look like you make good decisions. Let's give him a round of applause. This will be your first bad decision. Okay, good. Now, tell us, what's your name?
Wilhelm.
Wilhelm, thank you so much. Now, will you hold these cards for us for a moment here? Trust me, this will not be embarrassing for me, because here's what's going to happen is you are going to do the magic trick. And that's going to be an amazing thing. So thank you so much. If everything goes well, then I hope you enjoy it. I'm glad I did this talk. If it goes poorly, Wilhelm was the magician. So we're going to blame you if that's what happens, okay? Have you ever done a magic trick on stage at a tech conference before?
Nope.
Well, shit. Okay, this is already going poorly. Okay, good. So this is what we're going to do. I need you to go ahead and take the cards out. Shuffle them up for me while you can. And then tell me, oh, look at the cards. They're all different. They're all unique. What's that? No, you can't back out. Okay, good. So all the cards are unique and different. Doubling down on that. Good job for you. Fantastic. Now fan them out for me. I'm going to pick this card. Oh, that's a beautiful card. That's fantastic. Now what I need you to do is stand right here. I want the audience behind you. And I want you to hold your hand out like this. I'm going to put the card in your hand. And the important part about this is the I regret volunteering photo. Let's see. There you are. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Could you look happy for a second, please? Okay, good. Works out for me. Now, without looking at it, put it back in the deck, shuffle it up. All shuffled up, everything seems pretty good. It's a drunk shuffle, I see. Okay, good. Fantastic. Now, Wilhelm, you never turn your back to the audience. You're a terrible magician. Look at it. Do you think that you could tell me my card?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay.
I can show you your card, maybe.
Ah, Jesus. Okay, I know what to do in this situation. You always just bring out outside advice. That always works in software, correct? Wilhelm, this is what I want you to do. You can take these cards, and I want you to throw that ball as hard as you can into the audience over there. That almost cost us an insurance policy. Good. Will someone please take that ball and then tell me your favorite card, like a nice high card or something like that? An ace. Okay, but we're not going to take the spades part of that. What I want you to do is I want you to throw the ball to the other side of the audience. Fantastic. Oh, yep. The ball of truth has chosen you. Give me a suit of the card, please. Like spades or diamonds or hearts. What? Diamonds. So ace of diamonds. Good. Now here's a very important part of the trick. It's where the magician retrieves the ball of truth. I had a good feeling for you, mostly that you'd go fetch things. Well done. All right, good. This is my gift to you. That's fantastic. So now, you have to tell me, do you think the card I got was the ace of diamonds? And this is whether or not you agree with the audience, and they have the numbers, so.
No.
Well, you'd be wrong, because it was the ace of diamonds. Fantastic. Wonderful trick. Feel free to go ahead now. Well done. That was great. Now, some of you are thinking that was convenient, right? I would agree. But fortunately, I think we took a photo, didn't we? Yeah? I did. And I think that we can go ahead and take a look perhaps sometime soon at that photo. And let's see how's the best way to do this. I'll go here. And we'll see, I have to, let's see, 1 second. Go to share my, all right. Everybody's familiar with this? You're able to see? What we're going to do is I'm going to connect to my phone. Phone's in use, right? No, now it's not. Don't laugh at how old it is. Now, I have a question. If, when you see this, he was holding the ace of diamonds, I think that demands a pretty loud round of applause, right? So I'm going to go to the last photos that I took. Down here at the bottom. And there is Wilhelm holding the ace of diamonds. So, how was that done? How did we do that? And of course, it works in the same sense that all great tricks and software and science and magic work with a team. So you might be wondering, Gant, did you just have AI listen to the whole thing and take care of that for you? In that, I would not trust that because it's mission critical. It has to be other people. Humans have to be in place to keep AI working. So what I did was, I have a team where I am the performer, and then the lovely Frank and Mazen over there, Mazen Chami and Frank Calise in the back. You see them back there waving? They deserve most of the credit here because what happened is they had a code, and before I went backstage, I connected with them in that code. And then I granted access to the camera. And then what I did was, all I did was have Wilhelm select a card, and here's that card right now, why not? And I sent that off to them. Now, while the ball of truth was flying around, we were using React Native, Expo, Supabase, and we were sending things. So let's say it was King of Diamonds. And then we send this off to AI. But you notice I didn't have sound doing this. I had people checking it, right? And that's key in what we do. And it's a key part of like what I think is important. Even on speaker Wi-Fi, right? Let's just be careful. And there you go. There's a photo of me holding the ace of diamonds. That's the wrong card, and that's why you need people here. But it generated 2 images, and there I am holding the ace of diamonds. A second ago, you saw me holding air, right? Approve and send. And then while I was over here getting ready, that is how we did the trick. Pretty awesome, yeah? So I can talk for a long time about what all the pieces of that were, what code was. Let's go into the code. Let's take a look at the pieces. But we're in an AI world. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's a single one of you. You're all experts. There's not a single one of you that couldn't go make that exact same app tomorrow. I don't know if you'd want to trust all the bugs that we squashed on the way to kind of get here and then get it all the way to the App Store even, so that way we made sure that our test flight was not going to expire immediately as soon as I started the trick. But what happens is you all can make that. What I want to share with you is what the mindset was to make sure that this was going to work, right? And we didn't cut the pieces in sizes of what the tech was. We did something new. We kind of took a look at how things always start. Games, originally one person makes a game. Minesweeper, oh, it's fantastic. But then it's made by a team. Same thing with web. How many of you were webmasters back in the day? Do you remember that term? As soon as the term went out of favor, it also just made no sense because you had teams of people. It was like 70,000 people just do Facebook.com. And then mobile for Flappy Bird, right? We have one person making an app, but we have teams that make an app. We're seeing history repeat itself again now that we have AI. We have one person, that's all I need. And that's all they're going to do. And we can trust everything that happens, but there's all these limitations that come into place when you have one person. You can't scale it. And usually the people coming to us saying, this is a good decision, are not even aware of how they're failing in mission-critical circumstances. So how can we fix this? If only there was a process that could help. So we've been experimenting at Infinite Red with a process that we think may or may not be the future. It doesn't matter, but we're enjoying it. And so when we built the app that you saw today, we did this new process. And we call it AI Triforce. And this isn't a talk about all the tools or exactly open sourcing anything, because the truth of the matter is, I don't want to open source it. I don't want to push this out there. If you want to try AI Triforce, come to the table and talk to us, get our own little ball of truth. And we'll show you the app again and again and again. We can do the trick as much as possible. But the key takeaway I want you to think about is, how are we able to get a deterministic result out of a non-deterministic AI? So what we did was, we say, why should your junior designer have the same write access as your senior security engineer? Let's think of it a different way. The way we're thinking about it is that there are 3 job titles, or roles, or as we like to say, hero classes. There's the product experience architect, the integrity engineer, and the systems engineer. And what we do here is this solution's meant to cut not to tech, because it used to be you can't touch backend because you don't know backend, or you can't touch this because you don't have the keys to it. But features slice vertically, and with AI, we need to also figure that out. So the PXA is moving tickets over. They're thinking of features. They're thinking of the experience with the app. They're adding pieces to it. But they're not thinking about the security, the accessibility, the integrity, the API changes, the breaks, the new pieces of it that are absolutely important under stress conditions. They're not taking each feature and running it on an iOS and Android device. Because why should you hit the brakes when you've got wind at your back? That's the job of the integrity engineer. They go in, they take a look at it, and they say, hey, my job is just making sure that this is going to work in a mission-critical environment. And they are also supported by the systems engineer. Deep performance gains, checking, validation, architectural overview of the tech. And the 3 of the people work together. I'm going to show you a quick demo of how this kind of looked. So let's say I want to add a phone sound to the process when it's completed, because I don't know if you heard it, but my phone made a sound when I got the image. And when I got that image, it was really important for me to know that it was time for me to go ahead and show it. So I want to go ahead and I want to play a sound. Don't show any push notifications or anything like that. And then I have the AI say, no problem. We're able to do that. Here you go. Here's that feature. Well, then guess what? You have the integrity engineer, systems engineer. They just run a little agenda command. They see, look, what's my work today? I see the PXA has been pushing things, and now I just go ahead and check those out. Sounds fine. I know what my work is. It's easy enough. And they're checking and they're merging the pull requests. But what happens when we have a problem? This is where AI sucks. It doesn't tell people no. It says, your idea is great, and yeah, let's bring Rust into your JavaScript project because I heard Rust is fast. So instead, we needed to go ahead and have something called a red stop. And the idea here is that, I want to change the number of photos generated from the server. I want to have 3 or 4 or something like that. Well, the AI should say, this is a breaking API change. Everybody with this app is about to have their experience suck, right? And it needs to know that, and it sends a message to the integrity engineer whose job it is to make sure that things don't break. And so they can do an updated governance, give a little bit more access, and kind of add the process. Don't worry, I gave you a new API endpoint, so you're good. And then the systems engineer can say, by the way, I'm doing these calls in parallel. Now it's going to come back even faster. And so the 2 systems, while we're engineers, we still have a critical role. While I'm up here and I'm talking about all the fun things and we have magic happening on stage, I know that I am set because we're not going to sell a car for $1. We're not going to delete a database. I have engineers at the key stop points to tell AI when to go and when not to go. So that's a success. We tell people no, right? And I love it because Frank said, reminds me a little bit of TypeScript. It's constrictive, but in a good way. I know that at first it kind of feels like I'm hearing no, but I know why, and it shortens the loop of what errors could happen, so you're not coming back from production to figure out that you have a problem. These are the 3 roles, but it's not limited to one person each like we did today. You might have 3 PXAs with a stakeholder. You might have 2 integrity engineers and maybe 3 systems engineers. Depends on your project. Is it greenfield? Is it brownfield? Just like when you hire people, it's just a different way of looking at things in an AI world where we are still critical. So there's a whole bunch of cool things that we're working with internally. If you want to try this stuff out, I think it's really interesting. We're talking to a couple of clients that are trying to figure out how do we balance this AI world with the people who actually know what's going on. And we're finding that people are responding pretty well to this process. I even talked to Jay. I talked to many of you that said that you're doing your own version of this inside your company right now, right? The titles aren't the same, or maybe there's 2 roles or 5, but many of you are thinking this way already. This is just how we cut the pie, and we think it's working. So I think it's a great aspect. We have encryption, sign-offs. It can kind of go to clients where you can trust that it's not going to get broken or go around it. And the idea there that we can kind of get this whole process, because the true part is that we need to ship it and get out the door. So I want to say thanks again to my integrity engineer and my systems engineer, Frank Calise and Mazen Chami in the back. Can I get a round of applause for them? And what's really key here is that we came here with this idea because we want to talk to you about it. We have some cards. There aren't these cards. We have cooler cards that we can hand out to you about those different roles. And what I'm really, really, really interested in is, do you see this as like a future? Do you have questions? Hit it, slam it. I don't want to release anything open source. I don't want to add anything to the world. There's a lot of AI noise out there, and I'm looking for AI solutions. So with that, thank you so much.
That was so good. That was so good. Also, I really appreciate the pop culture references. I saw the flux capacitor in there.
You did.
There's obviously the Triforce. I love it. The retrofuturism. Love it. Question.
Yes.
I was watching it from over there. You asked for a table to come out. There's a deck of cards on it. Why?
Yes. Okay, so I think we had, what was it, the Ace of Diamonds?
Yeah.
So I want to ask you a quick question real quick. Here I have just a normal set of cards here.
It's a normal set of cards.
Normal set of cards.
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is that when I pull up the Ace of Diamonds on this one, I want you to go ahead and pull that card from my hand, right? That one that's the only card with a permanent marker X on that card. So if you want to know how that magic trick is done, you're going to have to buy me a drink. But we'll have that at the table later on.
So good.
Thank you.
Amazing.